Welcome back to Austin, Texas for the 2024 IPF World Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships, brought to you by none other than Aleco and SBD. I am Gary Williams, and I am joined by none other than multiple world champion Joe Whiteley, the legend that is. And we are in the third session of day one. It has started out absolutely fantastic so far. We've got the sub-junior guys coming up and the junior guys coming up, 53 and 59 kilos. We've got a couple of flights running.
Yeah, I think we've got the 66s in the second flight.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot to keep up with, but we'll do our best to keep you through everything. Gets a little bit confusing. You can see on the screen there the running order, how it's going to start off. And we'll try and keep you informed. But there's going to be some great lifts in this session. There's some sub-juniors and juniors that have really been pushing up through the ranks. Later on through the week, we'll also have the sub-junior and junior women. That's going to be fantastic as well. And our first lifter on the platform, Antonio Peña from Mexico, opening with 77.5.
We are underway with session 3, ladies and gentlemen.
So this is 59 kilo. Sub-junior.
Antonio is an 18-year-old sub-junior.
And I love watching the sub-juniors. It's so unpredictable. You haven't got 10 years of history on them.
Absolutely. We had the experience this morning with the Masters, and now we're through to the youth.
That's a good lift for Antonio.
Yeah, that's his first lift. That's an IPF International, and he absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, what a great way to start it. And that is a nervous lift, isn't it? Your first one on the international platform.
Bar is loaded.
And from Great Britain now, Intiazi, 82.5, 53 kilo sub-junior. And I don't believe you may have seen him lift.
I have not actually.
I've never seen him lift.
I missed the British Bench Championships this year, and it's his first international, so we've not seen him at this level before.
I think that's one of the great things about watching the sub-juniors is that you just don't know what's going to happen. And going by the length of those arms, I reckon he's a very good deadlifter.
Please raise the bar to 85 kilos for Zachary Vandenberg of Canada.
We move on to Zachary Vandenberg from Canada now for 85 kilos. Still in the 53 kilo sub-juniors.
Zachary's mom and
he was the sub-junior world champion in Sun City last year.
So we're going to complete the trifecta right here.
Excuse me. He won the equipped. He was second in the classic.
Yeah. And you'll see a lot of these guys and ladies, all the athletes compete raw and compete equipped, which is tough. I think that's a tough thing to do.
It really is.
Old, but it's been
I've done it twice. Competed in both disciplines at World Bench, and it's hard.
And it's hard to train for that. It's two very different lines, two very different lifts. Bit slow off the chest, but got the speed up there when he got to the triceps.
That's a good lift with 3 white lights. Please raise the bar to 105 kilos for Ruslan Karambekov of Kazakhstan.
So Ruslan Karambekov, Kazakhstan, 105.
Bar is loaded.
That's a big opening lift.
It really is, but he did 105 when he won in Lithuania. He won in Lithuania and Kazakhstan, 21-22.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was 2021. I remember that one.
I also did the equipped. He won the equipped as well in Vilnius. Best result I have for him in the classic is 117.5.
That's an impressive lift for 53 kilo junior.
And that was no effort at all, was it?
That's fantastic. Pushing double body weight on an opening lift.
Stays at 105 kilos for James Bailey. Bar is loaded.
So Bailey James, Great Britain, 105 as well. We're moving to 59 kilo juniors now. And this is a tough class of 59 kilo juniors.
Yeah, he's tall for 59 as well, isn't he?
Yeah, it's a pretty stacked class, this one as well. It's going to be pretty tough to get on the podium, I think, in the 59s. And the 66s are going to be tough as well, I think. Sheridan Ray there.
Now, we've only seen Bailey at the University Championships before. We've not seen him at a bench only.
IPF World. good setup there.
Yeah.
That was a great setup. If
And the
you're
lift is
new to
good.
bench and
He's
watching
loaded
at
the bar
home,
to 110
watch how he
kilos
sets
for
up when he gets the
Hoshimi
start
of
command. He
Japan.
really twists the triceps, pulls the shoulders back, pops the chest up.
Bar is loaded.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, really
Very
nicely
good.
done. Okay, Hoshino from Japan now. 110 in the 59 kilo juniors still. And we've got some big numbers coming in this weight class.
Again in his first international. So we don't have a lot of history with a lot of the juniors and sub-juniors coming through. Get to know them a bit as they pass through the juniors.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting. As a lot of these athletes get into the open categories, we've known them for several years and talked to them a lot of times, and you get to know them really well. And often the juniors and sub-juniors in particular.
Start. Press.
Oh, great technique on that one.
And the lift is good. Weight stays at 110. Our lifter,
Stayed
Tamaki
tight all the way through that
Urquizo of
really
Canada.
nicely.
Bar is loaded for Tamaki.
His body hardly shifted at all.
Yeah, great lifting.
Tamaki Urquizo, Canada.
Now my girlfriend tells me he goes by Ricky.
Ricky it is.
Start. Press.
Yeah, it was a smooth lift. I was probably a
And
little
that
bit
is a
slower than he
good
was
lift, 2 to
expecting.
1.
He got one red light there.
Once again,
Well,
weight
that's
is
interesting.
110
A yellow card
kilos.
failure
Our
from the
lifter,
centre referee.
Simon Daphner, bar is
What's his
loaded.
head, maybe?
He is from Germany.
Yeah, I think his head might have
Oh, it did actually
almost
come up.
lifted off, and I think from the referee's position, it probably did look like it lifted. So Simon Daphner, Germany. 110. We move into the 59 kilo sub-juniors now. Just trying to work out how old he is. 2006.
18.
Start. Press.
I don't think I was lifting 110 kilos when I was 18.
I didn't touch a barbell till I was
That's an easy
43,
tip. The
so
lift is
definitely
good.
not.
Weight stays at 110. Our lifter is Jad Owsley Pettigene. Bar is
So
loaded.
we go on 110 again. Jard Wesley
110 kilos.
Petitjean from France, and I hope I pronounced that correctly, and I apologise if I didn't.
You were far off.
Pettigene is
Jad
the
Wesley
lifter.
Petitjean.
So 110, 59 kilo sub junior. It is going to be tough for the gold medal in this one, I think. Daphner and Wesley are neck and neck, really, if he puts this one on the board. He is rocking the SBD belt, and that does give you an extra 10 kilos, I think.
No denying it's a fantastic belt.
Start. Press.
Oh, great press.
That was fast.
That's
That
a good
was-
lift.
that was
to
really
Rory
quick, wasn't it?
White.
So we're saying it might be close
Please
in this
load the bar
class,
to
but it looked like Jad
117.5.
has
Our
a
lifter is
lot more
Sylvain.
going
I
on.
think he's got a lot more
And
there.
Daphne's only gone up 2.5 kilos,
From France.
which seems a little odd. So all
And
Jad
that
has to do
bar
now
is
is just do
loaded.
2.5 kilos more
117
every
and a
time,
half
which is what he's
kilos.
put in.
So we move to 117.5, 59 kilo
23-year-old
juniors
student.
for
Been competing
Sylvain
just 2 years.
Gwen Vincent from France.
Took the silver medal at the European Classic, Junior Classic.
It's going to be tough to get on the podium here. This is a really stacked weight class.
It is. He did 122.5 in Budapest, and he's opening reasonably close to that.
Yeah, look, if he can get a fraction more than that, he gives himself a shot.
Press.
And the way that moved,
3 white lights, the
I
lift
think
is
he's got a
good.
good shot at it.
Raise the bar to 122.5. Our lifter is Kemal Ergen from the Netherlands. Bar is loaded.
122.5 now for Kemal Ergen, the Netherlands.
Kemal is a 59
Now, I'm
kilo
pretty
junior
sure
lifter.
I've seen him lift a number
Yeah,
of times.
absolutely. He got the gold medal in Lithuania. He took the bronze in Sun City.
Yeah, and look, you know what threw me? His hair is a lot longer than it was last time I saw him.
That is the problem, recognising people when you see them once a year. They've all changed their haircut.
I like to style mine differently every now and then, Joe.
Give it a bit of a polish.
The lack of hair that I have. Oh, the nice set again.
Tiny bit
That's
slow
good
for an
lift.
opener, but it
3
was a
white
solid
lights.
looking
Yeah.
lift.
Our next weight, 132.5 kilos
He's
for
got an interesting
Yuki
technique there. He sinks it
Hirakawa
really deep into his
of
chest.
Japan. Bar is loaded.
I wonder whether it's to
I think
hit
it's the,
bench depth.
Yep,
Yep.
I think it is.
Yuki is 23 years old in his 4th
So when we
year
refer
of
to
competing.
bench depth, the elbows, the bottom tip of the elbow must be at least in line with the centre of the shoulder joint.
And speaking of the 59 kilo junior class, Yuki Hirakawa now from Japan, 132.5.
He is one of the contenders for the win.
Yeah, he's right up there. It's going to be really close for that gold medal, I think. Kazakhstan and Japan.
If you remember Sun City, he broke the junior world record with
Yeah.
200.5. Oh, excuse me,
In
he was
equipped.
lifting equipped, wasn't he? They were on the classic.
Start.
Hopefully he's doing both.
Press. Rack.
That's a good
Did he
lift for
clip the
Yuki.
rack on the left as
I
he went
think
up?
he might have
He's raised
slipped
the
it.
bar to 135 kilos. for
Flipping the rack
Ivan
isn't a failure of
Kuvaldin.
itself.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't appear to
Bar is
provide any
loaded.
assistance, it's not a failure. Yeah, just a little clip on the way past. But right now, the other contender for the gold, Ivan Kuvaldin from Kazakhstan, 135. So he really has to put this one on the board. If he's misjudged this and misses this one, it is going to throw the door wide open for Hirakawa.
Coached by legend Zania Khan there.
Start.
But Ivan's got a long history. Did he jump that command?
I don't know. It was too fast. I
Yeah,
can't
he did.
tell.
He jumped it.
He has. That is going to cost him.
For Ivan,
Yeah, and it
Now-
was so easy.
We
You
are
know,
ready for round
we often
two,
say don't go up if
85
you miss.
kilos.
I'd go up here.
Yeah, look, I'm not. I'm not a supporter going up for this, but in this case,
is our lifter.
he had
The
no
bar
issue with the
is
weight.
loaded.
It was a command issue. I would go up. He's going to struggle otherwise.
It's a really hotly contested class. But if you look, Hirakawa, he went from 132. He's only put 135 in.
Yeah, so I think. I mean, look
For
at
me,
my-
Kuvaldin,
yeah, I'd put it up.
137.5.
Yeah.
I'd just get in front on your second lift,
Yep.
and then we'll talk.
So, Adil Imtiazi, Great Britain, 85 kilos.
Press.
Another good lift.
It's up.
And that's 53 kilos sub-junior, and you'll see his technique
And
change
the
over the
lift
coming
is good.
years. He's still really
Please
finding
raise
his
the bar to
rhythm all works for
87.5
him.
kilos for Zachary Vandenberg.
He's not far
Bar
behind.
is
There's
loaded.
two lifters in the 53 sub-juniors, and they're currently both on 85. Imtiazi is slightly, a couple of kilos heavier actually.
Vandenberg now from Canada in the 53 kilo sub-juniors. So the 87.5 becomes very important now in the second round. Can't afford to be missing a lift here. As I said earlier, there's no second chances. You don't get to make it up on deadlift later.
.53 kilo class only available to the sub-juniors and juniors.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Press. Wait. Rack.
Looks good.
That
Referees say it
lift
is
for Zachary
too.
is a good lift.
but he
He's
keeps
in a
himself-
strong position, I think,
Please.
because he's definitely got a little bit
Well,
Well,
more.
he's in
Left.
command now as
87.5
well. Please put
kilos.
himself
It
in a
is
commanding
loaded
position.
for
He's lighter.
Antonio Pena. He has taken a 10-kilo jump, ladies and gentlemen.
Antonio Pena now from Mexico. This is a huge,
An
huge
18-year-old
jump
student from
from
Mexico.
first to second lift in the under 59 sub-juniors.
That's nearly 20% of his body
That's
weight
huge.
as an increment.
It's likely that he's training for this sort of this sort of method. Seems to have worked.
Yeah, it didn't trouble him.
That lift is good. We move up to 110 kilos for Bailey James of Great Britain.
So we move back into the 59 kilo
That bar
juniors
is
now.
loaded.
Bailey James, 110 kilos.
He has done 112.5.
Yeah, look, I mean, he's playing a smart game here. He's not in a position to challenge for the podium, so I'm going to get the best ranking I can get. See if I can maybe sneak in a personal best for an international. Go 3 from 3. He has a great set when they call press, though, when they call start. I think he handled that well. He got a little bit out of position, but
That's
he
a good
managed to
lift for
handle it
Bailey
really
James.
well.
Load the bar to 112.5 kilos for Simon Daffner.
That's actually moved him up
The
to fourth
bar
place
is
now, but
ready.
he's the first lifter in his class
Bar is
to
loaded for Simon.
take his
He is
second
from
lift.
Germany. Made 110
Yeah, I can
kilos
see
on his
Cuvaldi
opener.
did go up to 137.5. The coach
I think
obviously
it was a
did.
smart move.
112.5.
112.5 for Simon Daffner from Germany in the 59 kilo sub junior. And it is neck and neck here. France and Germany are going to battle out for that gold.
Start. Press. Back.
I think Daphne's reaching the end of his limit though.
I
Way
think
to
he
fight.
is,
The
and
lift
that's
is good
interesting
for
for me now
Simon.
because he's in the
Our next weight,
lead.
115
But Wesley
kilos
Petitjean
for
is
Ruslan Karambekov.
going to come in with 115 next to go past.
Bar
And he
is
doesn't look
loaded.
to have much more to
No,
respond
he's
with.
reaching the end of the envelope now,
105
so
on his
we'll
opener.
get back to that weight class in a minute. So now we jump up
Going
to
to
the 53
115.
kilo juniors. So Ruslan Karambekov, Kazakhstan, 115.
Start. Press. Rack.
A little bit of a hesitation at the top there.
Yeah, and I
that is
think
a
they've
no
called
lift
him
Yeah, I
on.
think-
We looking down, it was hard to see, but if we get
Weights
yeah,
Yeah,
in
we're
front
seeing
of
it
you.
might have been a bit of a
It is
dip to the
loaded
bar
and
there.
ready for Jad Owsley
Oh
Petitjean.
no, we've
Oh
lost
yeah,
it.
you can see it just in the
115
corner of the picture
kilos.
there. He dipped.
So the bar must travel to arm's length in a straight movement. It cannot go up and down.
The yard was the Petitjean.
Wesley Petitjean.
Wesley Petitjean.
Perfect.
I'm not going to go with perfect. My French is very rusty.
But this will move him ahead.
Yeah, this will, and he needs to put this one on because he doesn't want to be stuck on 115, but especially with Daphne being lighter. And even though Daphne's sort of at the end of the envelope, a sniff of a gold medal can give you a lot of motivation. He had no issue with that whatsoever.
And I think he's in the position of
And
power.
the lift is
Now
good.
he goes second. He knows
Our
exactly
next
what he's
weight,
going to need to do to
117.5
beat
for
Daphne.
Tamaki
I think
And
he's got
he's
this
got
one.
more.
The bar is loaded and ready. Tamaki made
But-
110 on his opener.
Tamaki, Canada.
Going 117.5.
Ricky from Canada, 117.5. We're back in the 59 kilo juniors.
7 lifters in this class, and this will move him from 5th to 3rd. So you can see there's a tight battle. There's not much of a spread between the lifters.
Oh, that was just a little bit too heavy by the looks of it.
That's a no lift.
Interestingly, a 7.5 kilo lift. It was a
Load
pretty
the bar to
decent jump.
120 kilos for
It is, but not
Kei
unexpected.
Hoshini of
Yeah.
Japan. Bar is loaded.
No, it was technically wrong. He might have just got his elbows out of position. But
This
right
is a
now,
10 kilo
Kai
jump.
Hoshina from Japan, 120 to go up into the bronze medal position temporarily.
From 6th.
Well, 120 puts him in a pretty good position if he can get that on the board. I mean, a couple of missed lifts and he could find himself on the podium.
And of course, Kuvaldin hasn't got a lift in yet in this class, so he will shoot to the top if he does.
Start. Press.
Nicely done. I would like to see
That's
some
a
of
good
these
lift
guys
with
set up a
three
little bit
white
quicker.
lights. Please raise
Yeah, I
the
mean,
bar to
it's fine. You
125
get 60
kilos
seconds
for
from bar loaded
Sylvain
to getting the
Dugan
start
Van
command,
Sant.
but if anything
That
goes
bar
wrong
is
and you
loaded.
get that rack command,
Yeah. 12
re-rack,
seconds isn't really enough to re-rack
No.
and then reset. So Sylvain Dugan Van Sant from France now at 125. So this will move him up into silver for a little bit. He's currently sitting ranked number 4. Yeah, look, in a weight class like this one where it's stacked like this, you cannot afford to be missing lifts.
I think we have 5 lifters fighting for 3 podium places.
Yeah, it's you just can't afford to miss one. You've got to put them all on the board.
Start. Press. Rack.
Quite an interesting technique, the way he sort of flattens out as he
That's
lifts
a good
there.
lift for Sylvain. He's 2 for
But it's
2.
working well for him.
Load the bar to 127.5. It is loaded and ready for Kemal Ergen of the Netherlands.
Ergen now from the Netherlands, 127.5. So this will push him back up into silver.
Start. Press.
Oh, good positioning,
Easy,
stays tight
yeah.
all the way through that.
That's a good lift
I
for
love to
Kemal.
watch a bench where the body
Raise the bar to
hardly moves at all. You're
135
not
for Yuki
wasting energy.
Hirakawa of
Everything's going into
Japan.
the bar.
The bar is loaded and ready.
His body
Yuki
hardly
is your
shifted to
current leader in the 59
Yuki
kilo junior category.
Hirakawa from Japan, 135. So he is ranked number 1, and of course, Coverline not putting on a lift yet. But apart from it, the command issue, this 135 rocketed up.
It was so fast. He definitely looks like the strongest lifter in this class. However, you've got to perform it technically correctly in order for it to work. Just being strong
Yep.
isn't enough.
Yeah, I think the adrenaline has got the better of him.
Start.
There's more to competing than just lifting the weights.
Press. Rack.
Having said that, that was strong.
That was really
That's a good
good.
lift for Yuki.
He is going to put the pressure on, I think.
Raise the
I
bar
think
to
we'll find a few. We might get a
137.5.
few
It is
changes
loaded
third
and
round.
ready
Yeah, 'cause
for
right
Ivan
now we've got
Kuvaldin of
Ivan now.
Kazakhstan.
So
Missed a
Ivan
135 on his opener, jumping up 2.5 kilos. Little strategy going on,
from
folks.
Kazakhstan, 137.5. So yeah, as we said, he's 135. He jumped a command, but boy, it was fast and strong. I would have done the same thing as a coach.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't often recommend it, but there are times when you have to keep in touch or go home.
Yeah, I think in Classic, in my entire coaching career, I've done it twice.
Start. Press. Rack.
Yeah, and that was good reason too. Did he get
Easy
the commands?
weight
He
to
got
lift
them
is
right
good,
that
3 white
time.
lights.
Now, I'd say he could put 10 kilos on that easily,
Oh,
but
easily.
I don't expect
We are
to
ready
see it.
for
I think
round
we're
of
going to have a little bit of
three,
cat and
stripping it down
mouse
to
with the
90
attempts
kilos
with Kuvaldin and Hirakawa.
Yeah, look, I think he'll put in a heavier
Bar is
placeholder here
loaded.
because he's the heavier
Ladies
weight
and
type,
gentlemen, I'll
the heavier
remind you,
lifter.
this is the IPF World Bench
So this is the
Press
standings as we go. In the 53 kilo
Third
sub
attempt coming
juniors
up.
is
Bar is
Vandenberg from
loaded for
Imtiazi.
Zachary
In the 59 subs,
Vandenberg.
Wesley Petitjean from Daphne
He
from
is
Kenya.
2 for 2 thus
53
far.
kilo juniors is Karen Bekov. And we've only got one lifter in that class. And in the 59 juniors, Kuvaldin leads from Hirakawa from Ergin.
And we're into the third round, 90 kilos on the bar for Zachary Vandenberg from Canada, the 53 kilo sub-juniors. It is neck and neck here in this one. Canada and Great Britain battling out for the gold medal.
Well, I wonder if Imtiazi will go up if he gets this lift.
Start.
And he has to because he's heavier, isn't he?
And I think
does
he
get
has
up
got it.
there. I think he's got it.
That's a good lift for Zach Vandenberg. He goes 3 for
So
3.
Imtiazi wants the
Our
gold.
next
He's going to have
weight
to go 92 and a half.
Is loaded
So
and
just
ready.
looking
90
across.
kilos.
At the scorekeepers, I didn't see a change come in.
We usually get a nice big flashing light that tells us the temp
We
change. There
have
he
an
has.
attempt
Ah,
It's
there
going
we
up,
go.
92 and a
Came right
half, as
before.
we expected.
There
It's
we have
gonna
the
be
legend that is Martin Bass on the
92.5
platform right there.
for
Sheridan
Adil
Ray next to him is the
Imtiazi.
British team coach, but Martin Bass has been coaching at internationals
Well,
for
he's got
decades.
lots of
Is loaded
experience
and ready
guiding
for
him there.
Adil Imtiazi.
And I think, with that sort of experience, I think if 92 and a half was an
This will move
impossibility, they
him
wouldn't have put it
into
on.
the gold medal position in the 53
They
kilo
obviously feel there's a shot.
sub-junior class.
But as
This
you
is
say,
for
he's
first
got nothing
place,
to lose
ladies
here.
and
He's
gentlemen.
got the silver. Why not have a crack at the gold?
It is going to have to take all of his fight. And it's amazing the motivation you get when you get a sniff at a gold medal. Oh, that was a long hold, but I think he's
But
done
look,
it.
he's done it.
I think he's got that.
Wow, that was scrappy.
He
as
has.
you like,
3
but
white lights.
He didn't stop the
lift is
bar
good.
very quickly. He got held
Bar
down there
is loaded
forever.
with 92
That's a
and half
great way
kilos
to
for
win your first
Antonio
world title.
Peña.
Takes
of
the gold
Mexico,
medal in the
Currently in
53s.
third place
that shows some real
in the
grit.
59 kilo sub-juniors.
Antonio Peña, 92 and a half. We're in the 59 sub-juniors now. He'll take home a bronze medal. Not really in a position and hasn't been in a position to contend for a silver or gold.
I think he's in contention for the furthest the bar has to move.
He's definitely in contention for that. That is like 10 feet.
That's a tough fight. He gets the likes. It is perfect.
And
Raised
that
the
was
bar
a
to
really good
112.5
lift.
for Bailey James of Great
Gets in the
Britain.
bronze.
That bar is loaded and ready.
And then we jump to the 59 kilo juniors now.
Bailey made a
James,
110 on
Great
his
Britain.
second attempt. Going to 112.5.
And he's done 112 and a half before, hasn't he?
He has. They did that, I think, at the British bench.
So he is ranked number 6.
Start. Rest.
Oh, he's fighting and he's got it there. I think he's done it.
I
Solid
think so.
lockout.
Yeah, matched his
And that
PB
lift
on
is
the
good.
international
3 white
platform.
lights.
And
Our
that is
next
a good
weight,
way. 3 from 3 at
115
world
kilos
bench.
for Ruslan Karambekov
And gets that
of
112 and a
Kazakhstan.
half on the international.
Bar is loaded.
So Ruslan Karambekov now, Kazakhstan, 8 in the 53 juniors. Missed the 115 on his second, looking for it on a third attempt. I can't remember what happened on the second. I think it just didn't want to shift. He got a bit out of position, I think.
I can't quite remember, actually.
Start. Rest.
Well, he made.
Did he? He got blues, I think.
I think he did dip
yeah,
the bar.
he did.
Well-
There was a dip right at
Yep.
the very top near lockout.
He didn't seem to have any issues with that one. We'll wait for the referees. We've got one light waiting on the center referee.
That is a good lift, 2-1.
I can see the
115
jury are on their
kilos is
feet,
our
so we'll
weight.
keep an eye on what's going on
Bar
there.
is loaded
No, I
for
think they're just
Simon
talking to the
Daffner of
spotters. That's
Germany.
all right then.
You always get a bit nervous when,
He's
when,
attempting
when the
to
jury
go
stand up.
from
It's like, oh
silver
no.
medal to the gold medal
All right,
position
Simon
right here.
Daffner, Germany, 115. This will put him up into the gold medal.
Interesting tactics though. He's banking on Wesley Petitjean not having another 2.5 kilos in him.
Yeah, I think Wesley
Which I think
Petitjean
is a
has definitely
risk,
got another
yeah.
2.5 kilos in him.
But you can be as strategic as you like. You still have to lift a weight. So if he feels like 115 is his top today,
Start. Rest.
And it
And
definitely,
he
I
was
think
right.
he's right
Yeah.
in the envelope there.
That was the
He
right
locks it
number.
out.
And you know, it's interesting. We
referees
talk
like it. He
about, you
slides
know,
into
Wesley
first place.
Petitjean obviously
Weight of
capable
the
of
bar,
117.5, but he's still got to
175
get everything
for
technically
Tamaki
right as
Rikiso
well.
of
And he could
Canada.
jump a command,
Bar
he
is
could lift his
loaded.
butt, anything can
And
go
these are
wrong.
sub-junior lifters, haven't
Yep.
had much platform experience.
Yeah.
And in the nerves and the anxiety of the moment, this one lift will make me world champion. You know, you can easily make a mess of it.
Well, in about 5 minutes we'll find out, but right now we the 59 kilo juniors from Ricky from Canada, 117.5, missed it on his second. We'll move him up into number 6, but it's just a bit too much
That's a no lift.
today.
Hey, let's give it up for Tamaki
I think that
Rikiso.
jump from 110 was
Same
just a
weight,
bit too much today.
117.5 for Jean
And it's
Owsley
important to
Petitjean.
adjust
Bar
on the
is
day
loaded.
if you're not feeling as strong as you
If he
usually
is
do.
successful
Not every
on
day
this
is your best
lift,
day.
he will overtake
And these are all things they
Simon
learn
Daffner
as
for
sub-juniors
first
and
place.
juniors.
Going
So
for
right
the
now,
gold medal right here,
117.5.
ladies and
Wesley Petitjean, France. This is for the gold
117.5.
medal, the World Championships in the 59 kilo sub-junior. Strength-wise, it is not an issue. He can generate well enough power for 117.5. He's just got to put it all together.
Lifters, you are 3 attempts away from no more changes.
Start. Press. Push up.
Easily moved the weight.
He had a lot more, didn't he?
That's
He
a good
did.
lift
He did
and
what
a
he had
gold
to do
medal
to win the gold.
for
Brilliant.
Petitjean.
Exactly.
Go
He
to
had a lot more in the tank,
125
but
for
he
Team
only
Oshimi
needed
of
117.
Yep,
so
he took the
that's what he
lowest
did.
risk option
Bar
for
is
the best
loaded.
reward. We go to Kai Hoshino from Japan, 125. So he is ranked number 5. That won't change this. But it will give him 3 from 3.
Japanese coaches are working hard today. We've had
Oh,
a
they've been
lot of
busy.
Japanese lifters through.
They have got an enormous team here this year.
Start. Press.
And that one, he's putting in the fight, but I think it
That's a no
was
lift.
just
Let's
too
give it up for
heavy.
Kei Hoshino,
Great job
ladies
from the
and
spotters
gentlemen.
there.
Our next weight, 127.5. It is loaded and ready for Sylvain.
So we
Nguyen
stay in the
Van
59 kilo juniors. Sullivan
Sylvain
Juan
is attempting
Van
to capture
San from
the
France,
bronze medal with this
127 and a
attempt right
half.
here.
I apologise, I stumbled and butchered that name on that
Going for
one.
the bronze medal. Can it be done?
So this will move him past Ergin temporarily at least. He is 150 grams lighter.
Yeah, look, I think he's made a good call here. 127 and a half, he knows his limits. It puts him temporarily into bronze. If someone makes a mistake, he goes home with it on the podium. And he gives himself every opportunity. And that is really the best play you can make, is give yourself the opportunity and wait for everyone else to see what happens.
Start. Press.
Oh, he is shifting his body all over the shop with that
Well,
one.
you can't say he didn't try. He was shaking.
He
Our
the
next
gave
weight,
it
effort.
everything he
130
had.
kilos.
So we've got an attempt
Hold up, we
change
have an
going
attempt
in
change.
now. So Ergen has shifted to 132 and a half, has he?
He has, yeah. It's not. He was on
Our rider next
130.
weight is
I think he
132.5.
was
And
defending
our lifter is
against.
He was holding on
Yeah.
to make sure that his
132.5.
So he's gone up, but it won't make a difference to his position. I think he's
yeah, this is a
second. Is that
personal,
right?
this is a personal achievement sort
Yeah.
of thing.
And there are
He's not
no
having to
more
defend his
changes
bronze
for
medal
the
now.
Next flight, no more changes.
So
For the
Kamal
next one.
Ergen, Netherlands, 132 and a half. He has the bronze medal in the World Championships. That is not a bad thing to put in your pocket to go home with.
Absolutely. And then we have quite the fight at the front.
Start.
Oh, he's fighting it. That right arm it's still going up though.
Well, he's locked
I
it
don't
out.
think the full bar dipped then. I think it was more of a ladder, but I'm not a referee on the platform though, so the referees think it dipped,
Two to
and
one.
Two of them
it probably
thought it
did.
did.
To
So
145 for Yuki Hirakawa.
Yeah,
We
just
have
there
a
the left hand
change
dipped as
in
well.
attempt.
I think that's
It was a tough call on that one.
it's often
Our
a
next weight
tough
should be
decision.
147.5.
But the referees call what they see. That's all they can
Yeah.
do.
Kuvalden 147.5.
So
Once
we've got
again,
another attempt change going
yet
in.
another change.
Yeah, Hirakawa has gone up to. Oh no, Kuvalden's
Yeah,
changed.
I
to
thought he
150,
would.
yeah.
He wants to lift last. He's the heavier
We
lifter.
still need a 147.5.
He wants to be the last
Our
there.
lifter, Yuki Hirakawa.
So he is going to make Yuki Hirakawa do
And
147
that
and a
bar
half.
is loaded for Yuki.
Because that's a
Yuki
smart
attempting
move if
to
you're
go
in the
from
front.
the
Keep
silver
pushing it
medal
up
to the
until
gold
your
medal right
opponent
here.
can't do
Anybody
it,
here
and it
a
doesn't matter if
fan
you
of
can do it or not.
Japan?
Yeah,
Because
I
you're already
think
in.
Yuki,
Right now.
I think Yuki
If
Hirakawa
you
wanted
want
to
to
put an
see
attempt
Yuki
change
make
in
this
there,
lift,
but the bar was already
this,
loaded.
folks, is for the gold medal.
I think 147 and a half might be a push for him, but you never know.
I think he's lost out in the battle of the strategy there.
Yeah, he did. He didn't get his attempt change in quick enough. The bar was already loaded. So I think the placeholder strategy has backfired on him a little bit there.
Start. Press.
I got to
Oh,
tell you
wow.
what, I did not expect that to look so easy.
That's
That's a
a
12 and a half
yeah.
kilo
Yuki
jump
slides into
from
first
135.
place. We will see for how
Wow.
long. Weight on the bar is 150.
Well,
It is
he's put
loaded
the
and
pressure
ready
on.
for Ivan
Ivan is
Kuvalden
going to
of
have to
Kazakhstan.
really work, because 137 and a half to
Now
150
this
is a
will put
monster
Ivan
jump.
In the
And
gold
has he
medal
done
position
that
in
weight
the same
before? I
class.
think he has.
Now I can see that he did 160 in
Bar is
Kazakhstan.
loaded.
So it's
So,
on the cards.
Yeah. That was 2 years ago. We don't know what trials and tribulations he's been through since then.
Well, if he wants the gold, he is going to have to earn every ounce of it. $150 for the gold medal, or he goes home with a silver.
Press.
Easy.
For the
He
gold medal,
definitely
is
had
it
more there.
good? Yes,
He got
indeed.
one
2 to
red
1. He
light,
gets
two
the
whites,
lights.
but he gets it on the board and he gets the gold medal.
The red was for elbow depth, so I'm going to keep my eye on the jury while we watch this replay.
Our next
can
weight
see
is
them
90 kilos at a
discussing
height
it.
of 7 and 5.
So we're just going to hang on here. I'll just run through the results while
And
we
the referee's gonna be
keep
Patrick
an eye on the
Tillins.
jury. So Imtiazi, in his first international, wins the world title in the 53 kilo sub-juniors ahead of Vandenberg. In the 59 sub-juniors, it's Jadou Wesley Petitjean ahead of Simon Daphne and Antonia Pena. In the 53 kilos, it was Ruslan Karembikov. And in the 59 kilo juniors, we have Ivan Kuvalden ahead of Yuki Hirakawa and Kemal Ergin.
Well, there were certainly some solid battles in the 59s. That was touch and go at
All
the end
right.
there.
We are ready.
So right now we move
90
into the
kilos is loaded for
66
Patrick
kilos,
Tillins of
and
Poland.
we've got the juniors and the sub-juniors. This is going to move really quick. There's not going to be a lot of rest for these guys. 9 lifters.
Oh, wow.
So Patryk Chelinski, Poland, 90 kilos. Yeah, 9 lifters in bench only. That is going to move fast. So these guys are going to have to think about that with their second lift choices as well.
Start.
A little bit easier to keep track of, just 2 age classes.
Yeah, it certainly makes our job a little bit easier.
That was
Absolutely
super
nailed that
fast,
one.
yeah.
Patrick. Load the bar to 110 kilos. Our next lifter is Kwan Ho Yim. Bar is
So
loaded.
66 kilo juniors, 110
Kwan Ho
kilos.
comes
Kwan
from
Ho
Hong Kong.
Yim from Hong Kong.
He benched 115 at the Asian universities.
This is his first international. Oh, sorry, well, first world
First
championships.
world bench,
First
yeah.
world. And again, the 66 kilo class, as always, tough to get on the podium.
This is his final year as a junior too. So it's even tougher when you get up
30
into the
seconds
opens.
for
Yeah, look, and
one
it's a big
whole
adjustment going to the opens as well. We've seen a lot of junior champions. Is
He's
he coming
not,
out?
I can't see him. I can't see him waiting to come out. He just doesn't appear to be there.
We can see the entry window here where the guys come out.
Hong Kong has not got a massive team.
No, it's very
So
small.
I wonder if he's self-coaching and has misunderstood when
yeah,
his session will
and
be.
it's really difficult. I mean, it's really difficult to manage that. And Hong Kong.
Hopefully someone can track him down and
All
get
right,
him
Quan Ho,
sorted out.
So we move on and then
Our next
to
weight.
Anden Grub from US. 120 kilos.
Guys, can you get him to press the legs?
Our next weight's going to be 120 kilos for
So we're in
Anden
the
Grubb of
66
USA.
kilo sub junior.
Bar is loaded for Anden Grubb.
It's going to be a little bit of a battle there for the gold medal in that class, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And this is Andin's first international, 17 years old.
Giving the guys a little bit of a rundown of how he likes the bar lifted out. Always a good idea to do that, I think. Keep it simple though, nothing technical. Have a quick chat with them. Tell them where you want it.
Start. Press.
Looks like a solid opening lift.
Absolutely.
That is a good
A
opener,
yellow
2 to
card
1.
there.
Yeah, yellow card from the centre.
Our next weight, 122.
He's just trying to ask the referee what for.
Asawa of Japan.
Yeah, and he's off to the jury to ask them. He just wants to know, and I think that's all they want here is a bit of clarification what the card
Well,
was
it's
for.
difficult though. Does the jury know what the card was for?
Bar
I'm
is
surprised the
loaded
centre
for
referee wouldn't
Takaho
tell him
Yeah.
Asawa.
why. Usually the referee will give an
22
indication.
Especially with the
What
juniors
for?
and sub-juniors, they're really good at telling them so they know. It's the only way they can learn. Takaho Asawa from Japan, 122 and a half. We're in the junior 66s now.
You've not seen him lift at
Oh, we've
this,
got a jury overrule.
and I can't see the colour.
We
It's
have
a
an
yellow.
announcement. The last lift was overturned by the jury. It was overruled.
We haven't got any information
I'm
on
not
why that
entirely
is.
sure what for.
The yellow card failure, it was a yellow card that they've overruled on. But that could cover so many things: head lift, butt lift, missed commands.
Yeah, it's a whole bundle of things
Yeah.
in the yellow, isn't it? It's a bit of
That was a good
everything.
lift for
It's everything that
Takaho
isn't
Asawa.
red or blue.
Our next weight is 122.5.
Okay, so
So
there's
that's
been
a
a-
shame for Grubb. I hope they can sort out why that was.
122.5 is loaded and ready.
And I'm a bit confused as to why the referee wouldn't
Pavel
tell the lifter
hails
what he
from
failed him for.
Slovakia. Bar is loaded.
So Slovakia now, Pavel Ragula, 122 and a half. In the 66 sub-junior. So if he puts this one on, he's ranked number 1 and is in a pretty commanding position. Particularly that Grubb has not got that opening lift on the board. We will try and find out what that was for.
We saw Pavel at the European bench in Merignac last year. He did. He finished on 122.5 that day. Nominated with 140 though, so he's obviously come a long way since then.
Yeah, I mean the progression the sub-juniors
That's
and juniors
easy
make
opener
is
for
phenomenal.
Pavel. We move up to 145
It's certainly
kilos
not
for
unusual
Kinto
to see
Moda
massive changes in their
of Japan.
weights between, one competition
Bar
and
is
the next.
loaded and ready for Kinto.
So Kento Mori from Japan now 145 in the 66 kilo juniors.
Haven't seen him lift on the international circuit before.
Start. Press.
Well, That looks
But
like a
he's
very
strong.
clean
Yeah.
opener.
The lift is good. Our
145.
next weight, 147.
That was a warm-up.
Our lifter from Canada, Anson Chu.
Wow, he
The
is gonna
bar
be tough.
loaded.
Anson Chu from Canada now, 147.5. So we're still in the 66 kilo juniors.
Nominated in first place with 165. We haven't seen him lift internationally before.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how he progresses through second and third lift there. He's got quite a narrow grip too, hasn't he? That
That's
moved
an easy
well.
opener, 3 white lights. Raise the bar to 150. Our lifter from France, the bar is loaded. Our lifter is Arthur Huet. 150 kilos is loaded.
Arthur How?
Owe.
Hawaii. From France. Thank you, Joe. I am first to admit, I am awful with French names. I am great with Ukrainian, Kazakhstanian names, but I'm terrible with French names. 150 on the bar though. It's a massive lift for a 66 kilo junior, and there's bigger ones to come yet.
Yeah, he's gone down a weight class. He was in the 74s in Merignac last year.
I tell you what,
Yeah,
doesn't look
lift
like
is
he's
good,
lost any
2 to 1.
strength.
Our next weight,
Red
155
card failure from the
kilos.
centre referee. So if we
Our
get a
lifter
front
is
view
Ed
of
Timber
that,
from Great Britain. Bar is loaded for Ed.
I think, and the jury's overruled that.
It looks like the jury has
Not
overruled.
entirely sure. What is
the
the red
last
card
lift.
for? That
it's
is
bench
for
depth. It's
bench
for
depth, yeah.
elbows.
That was a no lift for Arthur Huet.
Hopefully he can do something about that, correct that.
It's a
I'm not
really
sure how
hard thing
deep
to
they
correct.
want those elbows to be though.
Such a tough thing to correct. So Ed Kimber now from Great Britain, 155. This is a monster opener.
Start. Press. Rack.
Well,
Yeah, that was very good.
he made it look pretty light.
He got the silver in Vilnius. I don't think we've seen him lift internationally since then.
Well, I'm going to hope that was a good lift. It
And
is.
is a good lift for Ed
To
Kimber.
wait a little bit for the lights there. That puts
We
him in a
strip
gold
it
medal
down to
position.
97.5.
And it puts
The
him in a
bar
pretty
is
solid
loaded.
position
Our
because we've had a
lifter,
couple of
Patrick
misses there.
Zielinski of Poland.
And Owe's taken the same
Patrick
lift again, which I
opened
think
and
he's
made it
right. If he's
90
going to have to adjust his
kilo
technique
lift
Yeah, I
on
think
to
his
get that
opener,
depth, then going up
Yeah.
is not
jumping
an
up to
option.
97.5.
So Patrick Zielinski from Poland, 97.5. So we're in the sub-junior 66. He's not really in a position to go after the silver or gold, although Grubb did miss that opener, and we're not entirely sure what it
No.
was for.
Start. Press. Rack.
Oh, good second lift there. Good choice. Still a little bit of room left to move.
And the lift is good. 3
They had to
white
put in a
lights.
little bit more work.
Our next weight, 115 kilos. Our lifter is Kwan Ho Yim. The
So
bar
we move
is
back to the
loaded.
66ers now, and Kwan Ho Yim, who has
Didn't
missed
get to
his
see
opener as
Kwan
well.
Ho
He
on
wasn't
his
here.
opener.
Oh, that's
Time
right.
out.
We didn't see him.
And is he
But he's
here
gone
this
up.
time? He's here now.
He's here and he's
115.
gone up, having not come out for his opener. Of
Is
course,
this maybe just conserve him some energy for his second lift? Yeah, you know, you did mention that perhaps it's a team size and maybe his warm-up was running late
Yep.
and didn't finish his warm-up in time.
I mean, I can't see a coach with him. If he's self-coaching, then it's hard
It's
to keep
tough.
track of where the competition is if you're inexperienced as well. And this is his first international, first Worlds anyway.
Press.
Well, the 115 moved really well.
That's a good lift. Kwan
Okay,
Ho
that's a
is
relief.
On the
He's
board.
on the
Yeah,
board.
he's on the board.
Please raise the bar to 120 kilos for Edmund
So
Grubb.
we
The
jump
bar
back
is
down
loaded
to
and
the
ready.
sub-junior 66ers now. 120 on the bar for Andon Grubb. Now we don't know why his opening lift was overturned, but he's retaking it.
I'm sure they've figured out or asked or been told what happened, so hopefully they can correct that this time.
Yeah, I mean, the officials of these competitions are usually really good at making sure you know what you're called for, particularly with the juniors and sub-juniors. It's how they get better.
Start. Press. Drive. Rack.
Right, well, I'm not saying anything.
And the lift
Three
is good.
whites.
3 white lights. We're
Our
safe.
next
We're
weight,
good.
Can't
130
overturn that one.
kilos. We're going to call out
So with a 3-man
Takaho
jury, they
Asawa
can
of
overturn
Japan.
any 2-to-1 decisions, not
Bar
only in a
is
bad
loaded
way,
for
they can give as
Takaho.
well as take away.
So we go to the 66 kilo juniors now, sorry, for Takaho Asawa from Japan, 130. He is ranked number 4.
We also have Ori, who hasn't got lifting yet, who will be in the
Yeah,
top
so
as
that'll
well.
change things as well.
Start. Press. Rack.
And as they
2
go
white
2-1.
lights. He's got a yellow
Weight
card
stays at
from
130
So if you get a
kilos.
side
Side
view for
referee.
the
Is loaded
replay,
for
we might be
Pablo
able to
Regular
see what that
of
infringement
Slovakia.
was.
Bar is loaded
Oh,
for
butt lift.
Pablo.
Definite butt lift. Let's see what the jury. Yeah,
and it
jury
has
has
been overruled.
overruled.
They are
And
on the
here's
money
that the
today.
jury
And this is the value of
overruled
the.
last
It
attempt.
is.
The jury have two views on
last
slow motion
attempt.
replays.
Absolutely, and this is absolutely no
For
reflection on
Asawa.
refereeing. I mean, refereeing get to watch it live, and that's it. They
But
see it for a
also-
split second. They got to watch feet. They got to watch butt. They got to watch head. They got
Bench
so
is
much
the
to watch.
hardest to ref. You're looking at so many things.
So Pavel Regula, Slovakia, 130, easy money.
That's a
3
good lift
whites.
from Pablo Regular. Our next weight is
You blinked, you missed that one.
kilos for Arthur Huet.
Alpha away
Bar is
from
loaded for
France.
Arthur.
150. If he puts this on the board, he goes straight up to silver. And
Question is, what adjustments can he make now?
if it's elbow depth,
Yeah.
it's a really tough one.
You don't
fix on the
really want to
fly.
be internally rotating to get it because that's going to ruin your rotator cuff.
It's something you need to train to fix. You can't really fix it on the fly.
Hopefully he can just sink into the chest a little bit.
Start. Press. Rack.
All right, let's wait and see.
And
He's got
take
the
a
red.
2-1.
Same
From the
situation
center
again.
referee.
Next weight,
Again.
152.5 for
So-
Kento Morai.
So-
Bar is loaded.
Red from the center, and obviously for the side referees, it's very difficult to
It
see
is.
that.
It's very hard to see the elbows and the butt, but his right arm looked a little high then. They're leaving it. They're leaving the lift. I've
Right,
just
so
looked.
he's right on the borderline.
Yep. They all made that rocking motion with their hands.
Well, you look, and if you're in doubt, I think the favour goes to
Yeah.
the athlete. Kento Mori from Japan, 152.5.
Start. Press.
Oh,
That's a
smoked
great
that one.
bench.
And the lift is good, 2-1 for Kento.
Again, we've got
Our next
elbow
weight,
depth,
155
so let's get a front
kilos.
view replay of that one. The referees, by the way, they get a constant
The
view
lifter,
both front
Anson
and
Chu.
side, and they get
Bar
both
is
replays
loaded.
as well.
Anson is from Canada.
I doubt they'll.
I don't think they'll overturn that
No.
one. I think that was,
This
Yeah.
is a
again, I
7.5
think that was
kilo
right on
jump.
the edge.
This
Oh,
will put
Anson
him
Chu
in the
from
gold
Canada,
medal
155 to shoot from 4th to 1st.
Wow.
Temporarily, of course. But if you can put yourself in that position and someone misses a lift, you've got to play your cards. You can't play into everyone else's. You got to put the numbers that you can do on the board and wait and see. Be ready to make a move if the opportunity presents. That's a quick descent. And a quick press as well.
That's a good
Clearly
lift.
works
He's in
very well
first
for
place.
him.
He
If I
certainly
brought the
did.
bar down that fast, I would have lost
Next
all
weight,
control at the
160
bottom.
kilos
I would have been
for Ed
stapled to the
Kimber.
bench.
Bar is loaded. He hails from Great Britain.
Got a very narrow grip too. So Ed Kimber now, he really wants this gold medal. He's going to 160 for his second. He'll shoot him back into a commanding position. And if he can get this 160 convincingly, I think it really puts him in control. And if you're at the top and you're ranked at the top, you want to try and be in control of it. You don't want anyone pressuring you to have to go first. You want to put yourself in a position where you get to make the calls.
He's a fairly experienced bencher as well. For all, he's still in the juniors. He's still 21. And that shows in that bench press.
Yeah, that was very good.
Textbook.
And lift is perfect with 3
great
white
lift.
lights. Strip it down to 1025. We are ready
Yeah,
for
we're moving
round
to the
3,
third
ladies
round
and gentlemen.
already.
Our lifter is Patrick Chelinski of Poland.
Yeah, this group is speeding through.
Yeah,
Bar
there's not a lot of
is
rest time,
loaded.
is there? It'll be interesting to see how that affects the third list for
Thus
someone.
far, Patrick
So
is
in the
2 for
sub-juniors
2.
now we have a regular 10 kilos ahead of Grubb, and in the juniors it's Ed Kimber from Chew from Murray. But it's too close to tell that in the juniors there's 4 lifters there, any one of which could take it now.
Yeah, it just takes one mistake and the door opens. Patrick Chelinski from Poland, 102.5, looks good from here.
3 white
It
lights.
is
Lift
3
good.
whites.
Our next weight, 120 kilos. for
He'll go
Guan
home with a
Ho
bronze
Yim
medal
of
in his
Hong
pocket.
Kong. Bar is loaded.
And we jump back up to the 66 kilo juniors now for Guan Ho Yim from Hong Kong. Didn't come out for his opener, smoked his 115
Well,
on a
I
second.
noticed, Gary, that one of the British coaches is helping him now.
So I'm guessing there was no
I think he was on
coach.
his own.
Yeah, look, there's a really good chance he's mistimed his warm up, didn't get it done in time, and has decided, I'm gonna finish my warm up and open on my second instead of trying to rush it, which is probably a good idea.
But this is the powerlifting community as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
one of
it's
the
fantastic. The
competing
British
teams,
coaches have jumped in.
Yeah.
We'll help you. 120.
Start. Press.
Oh, he's fighting it. Can he get it there? I think it's dipped though.
I think he
Yeah,
just
so no
lost
lift,
tightness on the
but
yeah.
chest while he
fight.
was waiting to press.
Our next
You
weight,
know what? He's done a
130
great
kilos
job
for Takaho
on a tough
Osawa,
day.
130.
And I think it's you got to take your hat off to the community with someone jumping in to help him out there.
Bar is loaded.
Takaho Osawa from Japan, 130. So if you show up to a World Championship competition or a national or a local event and you're on your own, don't be afraid to ask someone because everyone will
Yeah,
put their
speak
hand
up,
up to help.
speak up. Someone will help you for sure.
If they know you need it, they will help. 130 on the bar for Osawa from Japan. Ranked number 5, can't really change that.
Start.
The top 4 are battling it out.
Press.
Oh, he's got it there. He guys, can he lock it? He has.
That's a strong fight.
Did
Does
he
get
do
the
enough?
lights?
He does.
Yes, indeed.
That's
It is
great. I think
perfect.
he went a
3
little bit
white lights.
offline
The
and
lift is
just
good.
brute forced it back.
He did. He just
135
muscled
for
that
Anden
back
Grubb.
through.
Bar is loaded.
Yeah, you can see it shift to the right there.
Anden attempting
Oh, and again
to
it
go
shifts to the
from
right.
silver
He did very well
He
to pull
did.
to
that
the
back.
gold medal position with this attempt right here. This
So,
will move him
Anden
into
Grubb now
first
from
place,
the
ladies
US
and
in the
gentlemen.
sub-juniors. Had a rough start in his opener.
15 kilo
I
jump
think
for all
this
the
jump
marbles.
is what he might have planned to do
Yeah, I
anyway.
think this is his planned third. This will put him up into the gold medal position for the moment, with Regula to follow. And we'll get to see Regula straight after this one. This is a good number to put on here because it puts the pressure on Regula to have to make the 137.5 at the gold.
Start.
But it's a big ask to take a 15 kilo jump.
And too
Yeah,
big.
it's just too much.
That's a no lift.
Yeah,
He
it's a
made
huge jump though, isn't it?
successful
Even at the
120.
heavier weight classes, that's a huge
Our
jump.
next weight, 137.5, is loaded.
That's a shame he's
and
not had his
ready.
best
Our
day, but
lifter,
he's
Pavel
still got the silver
Burak
medal and
Yeah.
he's got
of
a huge
Slovakia.
amount of experience.
Regula now from Slovakia has the gold medal already.
He
He
made a
is the
successful
world champion.
130 on his second.
137.5 the finish.
Moving on to 137.5.
We want him to finish strong.
Could have dropped to 135, so he's clearly confident with the 137.5.
Start. Press.
Yeah, I think it was a good call.
Yeah, I think
it
he
was
was
certainly
right
a
to
bit
be.
tougher, but he did that
Just
well.
like that, Pablo Regula is 3 for 3. Our next weight, we have an attempt change. Hold up.
Now it's going to get interesting here, Gary.
Yeah, so Arthur Hawaii
Away.
from France, 155, and we're already seeing attempt changes go in. He's changed to 157 and a
Is the
half.
change. The lifter stays the same at Arthur Hawaii.
It'll pop him up into silver,
157.5
but it puts the
is loaded
pressure
and
on
ready for
the other
Arthur
guys. So
Hawaii
that means Maury has
of
to
France.
do the
Folks, he's
160.
attempting to move from 4
Oh no, he can drop to 157 and a half because he's lighter.
Position right here.
Yeah, and he's got the higher lot number.
Yeah.
You couldn't drop to a weight
Anybody
if
from
it
France,
changes
you
the
need to
lifting
clap
order
your
if you've got
hands
the
right
higher
now
lot
for
number.
Arthur.
So 157 and a half, tough lift, but a good call because it puts the pressure on. Gives himself every opportunity.
Start. Press.
And I think that was the right call.
Certainly strong enough.
He had it in him.
That's a good
Now
lift.
he's got
2 to
one yellow, so let's hope there wasn't butt lift.
Raise the bar to
If we can see the
160
side
for
view
Kinto
replay back.
Morai. Bar is loaded for
Oh,
Kinto.
there was
Oh, yeah, the jury's overruled.
Yep.
The jury
That is a
has
shame.
overruled
It was small, but it was
the
there.
last
there.
lift, Arthur Hawaii.
And
This
it's,
is
and
the World
it's probably
Championships,
something
it's
that
gotta
would have
be
been.
perfect.
Yeah, and I think from a side referee, that would have been really hard to
But
see. I
right
mean,
now,
we've
we
got the
have
replay,
Kinto
we
Morai.
can squint into
Oh,
the
absolutely.
screen.
Attempting to go from the bronze medal spot.
And that's
into
the value of the
gold
jury
medal
system. If one
position.
referee doesn't pick it up,
Japan,
there's
where are
a
you at?
backstop.
Clap your hands for
Kento Mori from Japan, 160, looking to shoot up from bronze to gold and put the pressure on. And he
and
has.
he's done it.
Is it good
That will
for
push him
first?
up there into the gold medal position with 2
You
lifters
bet.
to follow.
3
3 white lights,
for
can't be
Kinto.
overruled.
We have an
The
attempt
change
to
is
change.
coming in
Hold
now.
on.
They'll be coming in thick and fast.
Our next lifter is Anson
All right, so
Chu,
we've
the weight
got
on the bar,
Anson Chu, 165.
Anson Chu from Canada.
So Ed Kimber's put in the same weight. So Ed goes
In the
second,
66
but
junior
Chu
category.
has the lighter body weight. So I
Yeah,
guess
so-
that if he doesn't get it, if he does get it,
Bar
Kimber can
is
go up.
loaded for
Yeah,
Anson.
so he's putting
He
the
is
pressure on.
attempting to move from the bronze.
And remember, if
To
he
the gold
misses
medal right
this,
here.
he stays in bronze, and
Can he do
Maury
it? Can it
stays
be
in
done, ladies and
well,
gentlemen?
gold for now. So Maury's in a great position with the lighter body weight, isn't he? He's forcing everyone has to go heavier.
Yep.
And has he put enough pressure on them that they miss their lifts? And he goes away with the gold. It'll be interesting to see the call on this one. He's got the lift up. He gets the
And
3
got it.
whites.
for Anson Chu.
I wasn't sure whether he lifted his head on
That
the
was,
descent.
well, it was hard to see. He
We
descended
have an
so
attempt
quickly.
change for Ed Kimber.
So a temp change going in. Ed Kimber now is probably going to have to look at 167 and a half.
That's going to be
and he is.
167.5 for Ed Kimber of Great Britain.
Now the most he's done on the platform is
Bar is
165.5, but
And
he's
how long
looking
ago
strong.
was that?
That
Ed
was
Kimber attempting
January.
to move
Well,
from
I
the
think
bronze
167 and
to
a
the
half is
gold
there.
medal.
We're 6 months down the road.
And
We're
leapfrog
almost 6 months down the road.
Anson
for a
Chu
junior.
first
And he's a
place
young
right
guy,
here.
yeah. They improve very quickly indeed.
167.5
21 years old,
for the
recovery
gold
is
medal.
a lot better than it is for us, Gary.
Oh, I can vouch for that. So 167 and a half for the gold medal. If he misses this, he goes home with a bronze.
Start. Press.
Oh, and it was just he
not
just
quite.
mistimed that.
Just not happening. Hey, let's give it up
Just
for Ed
mistimed
Kimber,
it, but he
ladies and
had to
gentlemen,
go
huh?
for it.
Spirit of a champion, he
does
was going
finish
for
with
first,
the
he wasn't
bronze
settling
medal.
for silver.
Yeah, look, he
Hey,
had to
don't
go
go
for it.
away. We'll will be right back with the awards in just
And
a moment.
he's a great bench. You can see even when he's fighting
tuned.
it, he's not lifting his hips,
No,
he's not
that's
throwing
right.
it all over the place. So in the 66 kilos, the sub-junior medals go to gold to Regular, silver to Grubb, and bronze to Chilinsky. In the juniors, it's Anson Chu from Kento Mori and Ed Kimber.
And don't go too far away because we'll have the medal ceremony coming up very shortly. And then later this afternoon, of course, we've got the women's sub-junior and juniors.
These are junior and sub-junior lifters, 53 through 66 kilos. Let's give them a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Clap those hands for these kids, huh? Very well done. In the 53 kilo sub-junior class, with the silver medal from Canada, Zachary Vandenberg. And with the gold medal just 2.5 kilos ahead from Great Britain, Adil Imtiazi. I would ask that you all rise for the playing of the national anthem of Great Britain. We move on to the 59 kilo sub-junior class. With the bronze medal from Mexico, Antonio Peña. Your runner-up receiving the silver medal from Germany, Simon Daffner. And your champion by the slim margin of 2.5 kilos, receiving the gold medal from France, Jean Ausley Pettigin. I would ask that you all rise for the playing of the national anthem of France. We move on to the 66 kilo sub-junior category. Receiving the bronze medal from Poland, Patrick Chelinski. Earning the silver medal from the United States, Andon Grubb. And your champion, earning the gold medal from Slovakia, Pavel Radula. And I ask that you all rise for the playing of the Slovakian national anthem. Moving on to the 53 kilo junior class. With a lift of 115 kilos, he was unopposed, nevertheless fine lifting. From Kazakhstan, Ruslan Karimbekov. All right, I ask that you all rise for the playing of the Kazakhstan national anthem. Moving on to the 59 kilo junior class. Receiving the bronze medal from Netherlands, Kemal Ergen. Earning the silver medal from Japan, Yuki Hirakawa. And your champion from Kazakhstan, Ivan Kuvaldin. Once again, I ask that you all rise for the playing of the Kazakhstan national anthem. In the 66 kilo junior class, very tightly contested, receiving the bronze medal from Great Britain, Ed Kimber. Receiving the silver medal, also lifting 160 kilos, by virtue of a bodyweight decision from Japan, Kento Morai. And your champion in the 66 kilo juniors from Canada, Anson Chu. And I ask that you all rise for the playing of the Canadian national anthem. All right, once again, give them a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.